Was he, you know what? He was, yeah.
Okay, you got a blue right now.
Yeah. That's right here. What's your name, sir?
Stanley Abulu. Last name is pronounced A-B-U-O-U.
Call case number 240-551-9001. People City, Michigan versus Stanley Abulu. Appearances, please.
Stanley Arraignment for the people, Your Honor.
And Rad Marad, PA 3665. I'm here for Mr. Stanley Abulu. We waive the reading. Mr. Abulu stands mute. He's been advised of his rights. All right, the court will not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Abulu. Argument as to bond. Before you go to your argument, Mr. Ragnan, does Mr. Abulu have a criminal history that you're aware of?
Well, he was arrested on January the 10th for felonious assault. I don't know what happened with that. 2024. Okay. But I don't believe he does. I don't believe he does.
Okay. All right, go ahead to your argument, Mr. Ragnar.
Well, Your Honor, I'm sure you've read the investigator's report, and I'm not going to go through it. It's a very long, tedious matter where this man terrorized the complainants for almost a full year. In fact, for more than a year, from 11/3/2023, to 12/1/23. So I take that back. But the point I'm trying to make, Your Honor, is the consistent terrorizing Instagram accounts, the saying, you know, you're on video, the saying, I know I'm going to put you of having sex with your boyfriend on camera. I'm going to expose it to the world, and terrorizing, telling her he's going to kill her. He's going to kill her mother, and so on. And then, instead of going through all the instances for all that period of time, which are many, okay, he's interviewed on 1/10/23, and he admits everything that he did. And he says he was just trolling her. And the officer asked him.
Mr. Ragnar, my understanding of that, he lived next door to them. And my understanding is now that the complaining witnesses have since moved from that place. That's my understanding.
They end up having to move out, yes.
Right.
Because of his of what he did, stalking her.
And terrorizing, yes.
Terrorizing.
So what's the bond you're asking for?
Well, Your Honor, I'm asking for $150,000 cash bond, GPS tether with home arrest if he's able to post bond. You can't. I mean, putting someone in. I think it's a very serious
I get to,
matter.
Mr. Ragnar, I understand your argument, and it's very, very unnerving to have a neighbor basically terrorize you and stalk you, harass you, based on these are very serious allegations. I get that, and it drove the complaining witness to eventually move out. Nobody deserves to live in that type of terror. I get your argument.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Murad, your argument. Before we go, Mr. Murad, is your client a student at Wayne State? No. Okay, go ahead with your argument, Mr. Murad. Thank you. I'm sorry, one more.
Yeah.
So, Judge, on behalf of Mr. Abulu, the court's already aware, no criminal history here, no pending matters, no history of any sort of probation at all or parole or anything like that. He's gainfully employed at a local grocery store here in Midtown, and he's been residing in West Bloomfield, Judge. He's a high school graduate from Country Day High School. I know that he's got strong ties. He does have some family in the community as well. Now, Judge, I understand the allegations are serious, and I think that there's a bond that the court can craft here to sort of take care of everybody on every side, and that's a GPS tether bond. Even though the allegations are computer, even though the allegations are not assaultive, and he doesn't have a KPS history or a flight risk, if the court's aware that the complaining witnesses has moved, the court can confine him to his home while this case is pending. I'd ask the court obviously his presumption of innocence should give him the benefit of the doubt. His lack of KPS history should give him the benefit of the doubt. And if there is allegedly a confession, which we're not conceding to, but I think that goes to show cooperation. And really, if he were to plead, we got to consider what his guidelines would be. Would this be probationable? Maybe it would be if found guilty, and we're a long way from that. So for all those reasons, Judge, I'm going to ask for a personal bond, and I would not object to any home confinement. I ask for work only, but I wouldn't object to any home confinement GPS test.
You said what? He works?
He does, Judge. He does.
What is work hours?
Yeah. Go ahead, Mr. Abulu. Tell us your work hours and the days of the week that you work.
Okay. Well, I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm part-time. And in regards to earlier, Wayne State, I'm planning on.
Not in regards to earlier. Listen to me. Not in regards to earlier. Yeah. The days of the week you work and the hours you work. That's it.
Yes, sir. I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday 8 to 4. Saturday, Sunday 2 to 10.
What do you do?
I'm just a grocery team member.
When did you graduate from Country Day?
I graduated Country Day 2020.
Did you ever go to college?
Yeah.
Where?
Can I
Go ahead. Just tell me where you went to college.
Go ahead. It's okay.
Western Michigan University, and then later transferred to Wayne State. I'm planning to register in classes actually yesterday before all this happened.
Listen, when was the last time you were a registered student at Wayne State?
Last winter or fall.
Of what year?
Last year, 2023.
All right. What have we heard? Argument as the bond. $50,000 personal bond. GPS tether. 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew. No use of computers. It's not going to be an order of the court, but I would strongly encourage you to re-enroll in school. You seem like a bright man, and if the allegations in this report are true, it doesn't sound like you're being stimulated enough if you're allegedly trolling your neighbors. You need to occupy your mind, go to school, and not and involve yourself in these trifling affairs.
Yes,
you went
sir.
to a great school. It appears you have a great mind. Use it.
Yes, sir.
You're too smart to be allegedly engaged in this type of activity, this silly activity.
I totally agree, sir.
I'm going to give you a personal bond, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew, no use of computers. Probable cause, January 24th, preliminary examination, January 30th, both in front of Judge Giles. Any questions regarding your bond and or court dates?
You said 50,000. Can I ask what?
Personal, that means you don't have to pay any money. You don't pay any money.
Okay. Sorry, sir. I'm just confused about that.
It's okay. You're okay.
All right. Have a good day.
Likewise.
All right. We ready for the female side?
Thank you.
Ready.
Oh, I think we have one more. We have one more add-on as a judge. Epperson.
Add-ons are from Hi, is Mr. Ragnar available?
Yes, I am, Your Honor. I am. Thank you.
Oh, we were waiting on you.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I was here for a second, and then you got up. So I appreciate it.
Ma'am, at Wayne, the jail. What's your name, ma'am?
Alicia Denise McCurry.
Calling case number 2404407-201, People said Michigan versus Alicia McCurry. Appearances, please.
Samuel A. Ragnar, Your Honor, for the people.
And Ryan Murad, PA 3665. On behalf of Miss Alicia McCurry, we waive the reading. Ms. McCurry stands mute. She's been advised of her rights.
The court will deny guilty plea on behalf of the client. Argument, Mr. Ragnar.
Your Honor, this has involved a fight between two people. They got into a fight. They were tussling, as the complainant said. Items were broken, glass and so on. The complainant got pinned down on the ground. When she was able to flee, when the police arrived, she told the police that she had blood coming from a cut on her mouth, from being hit in the mouth. She also had braces on, which may have helped bleeding. But Your Honor, we're asking for a $25,000 personal bond with no contact we think because of the potential of the knife situation and the threat, that's why we're asking for $25,000 personal bond.
$25,000 personal bond, no contact. Is that correct?
Yes.
Any prior criminal history, pending matters, they don't live together. I'd ask the court to adopt the people's recommendation.
$25,000 personal bond, ma'am. No contact with the complaining witness. No contact means just that. No phone calls, text messages, emails, through social media, through a third party. You can't have any contact with the Freud address where this alleged incident occurred. Your next court date, pretrial, January 23rd, in front of Judge Garrett. You have any questions regarding your bond and or court dates?
No.
Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What's your name, ma'am?
Clarissa Battle.
Calling case number 240-440-7402. People say Michigan versus Clarissa Battle. Appearances, please.
Family Ragnar for the people, Your Honor.
And PA 3665 on behalf of Ms. Battle, we waive the reading. Ms. Battle stands mute. She's been advised of her rights.
The court orders you not guilty plea on behalf of Ms. Battle. Argument, Mr. Ragnar.
Yeah, this is a very assaultive matter where the complainant was unloading his kids from a vehicle when one of the defendants, David Jackson, I believe is the husband of this defendant, was going at a fast rate of speed. He asked him to slow down, and when he did that, he became irate and started yelling at him, and then he left. In fact, he started assaulting him. I take that back. A short time after that, the defendant came back with Mr. Defendant David Jackson, and said, "Think you can do that to my husband?" I don't know what that is, but the point of it is she started swinging at the victim, and the other defendants start swinging a silver baseball bat with black tape on it. And then at that time, defendants Priscilla Battle, David Battle, Donald Jackson, Lakeisha Daniels, and David Jackson all got into it and start beating up this complainant, Your Honor. Serious injuries to him, put him in a chokehold.
I get that, Mr. Ragnar.
This defendant, I think, is the one who led that whole situation get to where it did. So we're going to ask for a $5,000 10% bond, Your Honor, I think, and we're also going to ask for a GPS tether with home arrest and not near, I don't know if her residence is near this person or not, the complainant, but certainly not in the same area. Let's see, Clarissa Jackson.
Thank you, Mr. Ragnar. I get your argument.
Maplewood.
Judge on behalf of Ms. Battle, I'll just advise that she's 47 years old. She's been in Detroit her whole life with no prior criminal history, no pending matters, no probation, no parole. She's not employed. She's within the poverty guidelines. She's diabetic, suffers from other issues too. She's not received her insulin, she indicates. She also indicates that she was arrested at the 10th precinct trying to make a police report herself. Looks like there's a lot going on here. It is a misdemeanor. It's her only charge that I'm aware of. I'm going to ask for personal bond. This is from August last year. I don't have any contact between the parties. I think personal bond and no contact is appropriate in this matter, and that's what I'd ask for.
One clarification, Your Honor. He does have an assault with a deadly weapon on 11/23/15 and a domestic violence case, but that's been a while ago. So I'm just concerned about the welfare.
Was that a criminal convictions?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you for clarifying.
So. It shows that.
You believe so?
No, I got to tell you, on PBK, it said this case, I looked for cases, convictions.
Okay. Mr. Ragnar, quit while you're ahead.
All right, I will. I shouldn't even have mentioned that. I withdraw those
I'll
statements.
let you say that. Mr. Ragnar, let me rule. Court heard argument as the bond. $5,000 personal bond. No contact with the complaining witness. Don't possess any handguns, firearms, or dangerous weapons. Pretrial, March 7th, in front of Judge Bryant, Any questions, ma'am, regarding your bond and or court dates?
No.
Have a good day.
Thank you, Your
Have a
Honor.
good weekend, everybody.
Thank you,
We're
Your Honor.
not doing Macomb County, Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
We're not doing Macomb County.
No, they're gonna get rescheduled.
Okay. Well, thank
Okay,
you very much.
DDC, anybody about the timeout?
Not to where we're at, Donnie.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Have a good weekend.
You too, brother.
Bye, have a good weekend.